Boom, we are live. Howdy, everybody. Sunday night.
What is up?
What is up, Barto?
Not as much. Boy, the oldest lad turned 13 today. I officially have a teenager in the house.
How's that working out?
Pretty good. He's got the goofy teenager hormones rolling through already. So
is he stubborn?
Yeah. It's I think I've said this before. I've apologized to my mom multiple times because I'm now on the receiving end of a mini me. The best one is still, I was telling people at work how you popped over to film a show. I think it was in the summer, and he just spouts off, "What's up, princess?" And without missing a beat, you're like, "Not much, sippy cup." And that's now his nickname. He calls me Big Belly Bart. Yeah. And then my brother's 8 years younger, and he heard it, and he's like, "You let him do that?" I go, "Yeah." I call him Sippy Cup. He's like, "What?" Like, my brother thought I'd be a taskmaster. So I'm teaching him to survive, man. Come on. Got to be able to take a little big belly joke. All right, what does Benjamin Eve say here? LMA, he's laughing his ass off. The cult revokes its membership and demands back its robes. No, it doesn't, sir. I got a little Trey Van right here. A little Trey Van. Although you could probably call me an Obama Bart, which is for Abomination, because guess what else is present? Oh, there it is.
Oh.
All right, look at that. You didn't even want to see it.
I clicked the wrong button.
I know, I've done that too. There's the Abomination. That got me, baby. I still stand by that. Scarabus is badass. So,
Benjamin, for those that are tuning in, if you haven't watched it yet, Bart took part in the Aqvavitae blind challenge yesterday.
Got smoked.
Bart's was a peated challenge in which Ardbeg fell by the wayside.
Trey Van. Should have thrown in a 10. I would have got it.
So Benjamin is saying that the cult of Ardbeg has taken its robe back from Bart. He no longer is worthy.
That's right. Yes. Yes. I lost the Ardbeg or the Lefroy robe at one point and then put on the Ardbeg one. And now I'm wearing the Lost Spirits, right? Isn't that their company? Yeah, the Lost Spirits Company. Man, I liked their stuff before. I kept thinking we needed to have the gentleman on the show. I've got Trey Van in, the 19-year-old right now, but I like my Pete's Powerful. I knew something was different with it, but I still liked it.
I can pour around and I'll join you in a few pita drams, but I started with the Long Row Red, the 13-year Malbec finish. This was a couple years ago. You had a Long Row, was it the 11-year Pinot Noir cask?
Yeah. Yep. And that kind of threw the flavors off for me there too, but it was good. They were all good. I like what hold on, let me scroll back up. Benjamin had a little seriously at Bartowski. I'm sure it would have failed it miserably too. I don't know, man. I don't know. It was interesting. I knew I was in for a challenge. I knew he was going to throw me some curveballs. You heard me say I thought there was going to be an Abomination in there. I just couldn't pick it. I talked to Roy a little bit, and he said that when I zoomed in on the flavor profiles, I couldn't unlock. I was like fixed, and I think he was right. I probably should have eased back and tried to take like a slower analytical, I don't know. Hell, I did the best I could.
Well, and looking at it, after you filmed it and posted it and I watched it, I thought what you should have done was off camera is sat down with 5 whiskeys individually, giving them some time, cleanse your palate in between each one, taking your notes, and really gave it, with all those being peated, a little bit more time wouldn't have hurt. But
yeah, I could see that. I don't know. Usually I figured if I did it like our 16 blind shootout, that I'd be able to figure some stuff out.
It's a shootout. It's a shootout. It's fast. It's fast.
Well, that's how I treated it. That's what I know. That is what I know. I no problem picking it. I like this fact. I like my Pete's young. Little did I know I was going to pick 2 NASs, and one somebody said is probably an hour old. So, but yeah. What is
that was a comment. That was a comment that came in with somebody had said the tables had turned because Scott in this particular shootout, which was the championship, Scott had finished faster and Bart was taking his time, and shootouts were supposed to be quick. But
I put you to sleep.
Well, then we didn't talk about it, but Tom R had a good comment there. He says, Bart did a great job. It's not about if you can pick the whiskey. It's all about enjoying what's in your glass. And Bart did enjoy all of the samples.
I did. I still would have liked to pick a little better. I would have liked to do a little better on the challenges.
You know, the thing is, though, I mean, that comes down to that blind aspect of it. And literally you have no preconceptions, no misconceptions, no thoughts in your head going into it of what it is, what it should be, what it should taste like. You're tasting 5 whiskeys blind, and you know, you're going from there. You're doing what you do.
Yeah, no, it was I was still a little bit blown away, which is good though. You and I both know it. I mean, it's no different than I picked an Elijah Craig small batch when we did the original 16 bottle blind bourbon shootout. So, you know, and you'd pick the makers, and I learned right then if you drink blind, you can pick out some quality, and you're not stuck with what's the price point. Oh, that's a low end, or this is a high end. So, what's Randy say here? Yes, Scott is right. I don't know how anybody could be accurate like you did it, Bart. Okay, all right. I mean, that's true. I did read some comments where people are like, man, when you're sliding them in that fast, they start to cross and stuff. But I don't know. You know, I mean, I actually thought I would have picked out the Abomination because I kind of like it. I've had it a few times.
You know, I can remember when we reviewed it, and I had sampled one of the bottles when we were in Scotland, when we were in Bowmore with Roy at the cottage house. And then, of course, this bottling. But I remember when we reviewed it, I said it feels like a committee release Ardbeg. I mean, it feels like a heavily sherried, earthy, peaty Ardbeg, high ABV, and it's good.
Yeah. What's the gentleman's name that he's been on Gillespie's show, but I can't remember his name. We need to have him on. So
I don't remember. From Abomination?
Yes. So I'll track him down, or if anybody knows, put it in the comments. And Christmas on Crestline. That's Charlie. The wife says, thanks for the deadpans. Yeah, she loves your deadpans, Scott. You did tons of it. You fell asleep deadpanning.
No, that was on I think that was when we did the Bone Snapper, and we gave Christmas on Crestline the shout out for providing the bottle.
Right.
So I gave Jean their own deadpan.
By the way, if anybody wants, he's getting real close to 1,000 subscribers. If you get a chance, pop over, help him out. It's no longer Christmas season, so it gets a little leaner for him.
He's going to be Valentine's on Crestline.
That's right.
MLK on Crestline.
Yeah. Well, he is going to this cool thing. I think he's going to it called like a pixel system that allows him to actually switch over and do some stuff on different holidays. So he might do that. We need to get him to do a Bronco one, and then we'll go over to his house. But he's a Chiefs fan, so that may not happen. Hi there, Scott and Bart. Hope all is well, my good brothers. This comes from Dram Bam. Thank you, ma'am. I love that.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. There's a sniper. I think the problem is the beard. Bart needs a ZZ Top style beard. Truly focus on the whiskey. Yeah, maybe some of it cross-pollinated while I was drinking. So that could have happened. That could have happened there, sniper.
Wait, Hempill's tuning in. He broke down about a Mac Edition 5 today. Hope it's worth it. You both liked it?
Yes.
Yep. Definitely. I've I need to get. I've got I've got backups of edition 2, 3, 4. I have not picked up a backup for edition 5 yet, but
he almost got a backup for me for his 50th, and then I got him 2 other bottles instead.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Jason Coates. What's he saying? SB champs.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know. I just wasn't going to call it out. I was like, SB, why we got to abbreviate everything?
Oh. Eric Evanson would love to see Roy send us another kit, basically for both of us to work as a team. That'd be neat to try.
That would be cool. That would be cool. And Eric slid over to my Bonding with Board Games page and made a cool whiskey comment. He was like, wow, look at all that. I can't remember what. No, he said, oh, do you like board games? I think is what he said. Something to that nature. So that was fun. I like to see the cross-pollination. There, I've worked that phrase in twice. Boom.
Christine Daisy says, my McCarthy's cask strength arrived today. Absolutely love it. We would need to source one of those.
Yes, we do. What was her name again? She was lovely. We had her on the show.
Janine
Garofalo.
Close.
You are awesome. I couldn't have got that.
Janine, she doesn't work there anymore, though.
That's right. She did leave.
Yeah.
That's too bad. Will Henderson, what's up, dummies? How much? You want to do a little roll call, brother?
We are a long ways in. We would have a long roll call to go through at this point.
Shout them. Now, see, I'm used to having the control screen where I can see the eye and how many people are in, how many people we got in.
88.
Ooh, that is nice. So, all right. If you don't want to shout out Joseph Zeidner's name, you don't have to.
Or Doug Chrisope, who's tuning in. Hey, dummy, sipping on a little Port Charlotte 10 to stay peaty.
G&D Warren Lost Spirits is Brian Davis. Thank you, sir. I'm writing that down. That's what
write down that right there from Doug Chrisope. New T-shirt. Stay peaty.
Stay peaty.
Stay peaty.
What was that other idea? I have it written down on my phone somewhere.
Which one? You're gonna
I like the way you talk. I think it was these are the dummies I'm looking for, and then it was our dummies in the back of a land speeder, Moss Isley style. So that seemed like too much graphic work, though. I started to get a little worried about it.
Eric Evanson says, forgive him, Scott. He had his kids running around, which I think made him feel he had to rush. You did have the grandkids. You had the daycare center going on there.
Yeah. Yep. Every dang Saturday, it's starting to wear me out. That's all right, though. What did Eric say there? Sorry. Coughed on my lost spirit.
Which one?
He just had something up and you flagged it, and I didn't get a chance to read it.
I did? Was it that one?
Nope, that's Eric Waite. But we do have a $5 cowbell baby from Dustin.
DH Silv.
Woohoo!
Just dropped 800 plus on a Springbank 25. I blame the YouTube community, and you guys were my gateway drug. Cheers. We assume no liability.
Tell your wife it is not our fault.
Not today.
Or spouse.
Today.
Yeah, I'm sipping this Abomination, and it's still good. I'll stand by that it's solid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt that blind you'd feel that was art, and I think you called that one Ardbeg-ish.
Yes.
When you had it blind.
I know. So. It's tricky.
Craig Foss is my new favorite.
Yep, gotta love Craig Foss. I'm gonna say he's the Foss man, the Fossinator. The dummies rule.
Tammy Brennicky is saying, "Oh, totally liability." No, Tammy, we are not liable. That's why we got the fine print. It's right there.
Right. That's right. You are allowed to spend your cash in whatever way you choose. We have no say.
Tammy was the one, remember, at the first Bastards Ball. Afterwards, we were walking around, man on the street, interviewing people, and we're over by the picnic tables in the shade, kind of, and we were interviewing her and Brian.
It was hot.
It was hot.
Yeah.
And she just belts out, "Test it!" And you're like, "Yeah,
right.
test it!"
Yeah. There's a fan. Awesome, man. It was hot. We were finding an umbrella.
Looking through the comments here, just scrolling as I go.
Yeah, what is Benjamin Eves? Whoops, just popped up.
I was going to say, just tell people, for those that don't know, Bart, explain what the Abomination is. There's a lot of people might not know.
Well, okay, so the whiskey is from Scotland, goes over to LA, Los Angeles, California, and then there's some kind of weird scientific alchemy that happens, and it's rapidly aged, which just sounds totally sacrilegious. I don't know how it's done. I don't know what's done. I've heard the gentleman interviewed once, and I think some of his earlier experiments were just not so good, but then they got a little bit better. This one I actually think is really good, but I don't know how he's rapidly aging. I feel like it should taste like crap, but it doesn't. And so again, I don't know. I'm sure the process is semi-secret or something, but using some kind of science to rapidly age it. And it's about $50, I think. Bill Dole got us this bottle.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Yeah, when we were hanging out with him. It's an NAS, and you don't know a lot about it. Matter of fact, it's 54%. So spirits distilled from 100% malted barley, finished with late harvest Riesling seasoned American oak staves, and all it's called is Abomination heavily peated malt lost spirits. Obviously, they can't call it any kind of, I don't even know if it says whiskey on it anywhere. I don't think it does. No coloring or flavoring additives. It is non-chill filtered. Ingredients is fermented and distilled peat, smoked malted barley, seasoned American oak. And that's about all you get. So that is the Abomination. So, I mean, he plays with the name.
Now, the thing is, though, it's imported whiskey, isn't it?
That's my understanding.
Yeah, he's importing whiskey from Islay.
Yes.
And then speed aging it.
Yes.
Although it's undisclosed, the distillery and all that. But so he can't call it Scotch because it's not
bottled in Scotland. Right.
Or aged.
Right. And it is an NAS. But like someone in the comments said, wow, Bart, that's about an hour old. I guess you do like them young. So,
Tom R says after our barrel strength bourbon shootout, he picked up a bottle of the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof and loves it. It's about half gone already.
Genius. And the beauty is you can go get another one for $50.
If you're lucky, 50, 60, 65. Maybe find them on sale.
I'm going to stand by 50 and you're a sucker if you can't find it for 50. No, okay, 60. Let's see. Mark J.G. Bart, what are your thoughts on the Ardbeg 19 Trey Van? I've got it right here. Now that you have had time with it, you didn't really like it in Austin. It's still not my favorite Ardbeg at all. Again, I think it's the 19 years, quite honestly. Even sipping it here, it is okay, but it would not be. I don't think I've picked up the Trey Van. I mean, I just grabbed a Corey Vrecken yesterday and was sipping on it. So I'm really turning back to the Ardbeg core line. you won't see me dropping a lot of money on anything unless I hear it's dark covish or supernova-ish.
Richie Z says that Jason C, the Mash and Drum, is looking forward to the Aqvavitae Blind Challenge. That's who Bart nominated to receive it next.
Yes. Damn, that Abomination is good. I'm telling you, if you can find it, get it. It's really, really flavorful. If you're a peat head, it's got these wonderful peat, savory, earthy notes, just like I called it blind. And I like it. I could sip on that one continually. Chris Beaton. Whoops, popped off. Sorry.
Oh. Eric, I have not had the Glen Rothus Whiskey Maker's Cut. I've seen it. I've passed on it. Hadn't really heard that much about it. So it just hasn't been high on my list of whiskeys to pick up.
So I just poured that Trey Van again. I mean, it's good. It's just a lot more light and subtle and subdued for me. I get some vanilla notes. I mean, the peat is obviously strong and it's there. Oh yeah.
Give a speaking of Jason C, there's the Mash and Drum right there.
Mm-hmm. You know, Jason's doing great. His channel's awesome. He's got a hell of a palate. And I was curious to see, you know, what packet he'll get and what he'll do with it. So I think that'll be fun to watch. And again, I'm going to apologize. I had some fans and stuff saying, come on, man, we know Roy gave you the kit. Get to it. I got shamed into getting her done. I kept thinking I needed to train up my palate. And I'll admit, I was a little nervous because I'm thinking, this can be hard. I know Roy's going to throw some different stuff in there. I figured there'd be something that was going to be a little odd. Boom. I felt a little pressure. So then when I finally just did it, I was like, because I was like, I can't do it. The kids are Saturday. I was like, just do it. Just do it. Benjamin Eves, you guys have me hunting for the Blackadder peat reek now. That's a good one. I picked up a backup of that, and it's 180 where we found it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, keep in mind there's different releases of that as well. But
true.
We had ours was isn't that one? That's the 10-year-old Isla whiskey, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cask strength.
Yeah, what was the one called Smoking or that one we got to sample a little bit before it was gone, but they didn't have it available.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I don't remember now what that one was.
It was awesome. I took a picture of it. No point. You can't find the darn thing. I would have bought that too. That was awesome. So, what else? I mean, this Trey Van is good.
The Trey Van, I mean, the thing is, and I like it. It's one, though, the 19 years has toned down the peat. But, I mean, it's one of those, it's got some layers to it and it's got some depth, but you've got to really focus on it and be attentive.
Yeah. I mean, it's got a right here, even the finish has got this lovely kind of long, soothing smokehouse. It's like the smoke's just drifting out the window here. So, I mean, it's good. I mean, it's a solid Ardbeg. The idea that it's going for $300 on the secondary market, I wouldn't pay that. Danny, Bart's beard is called the Blackadder. Thank you. Boom. Boom. Nice. Got that FOP logo. That looks good. I love how StreamYard focuses that up like that. That's neat. Ooh, Hemptail.
Hoyt's been missing live streams because of work. Here's a dram for you both. Sláinte. Sláinte, Hoyt.
Sláinte.
We really just probably November, first part of December, got back to live streams. It's been year and a half since we kind of we backed off of them. So
yep,
we had to make the conscious decision and just to get back and say, hey, let's get back to doing them as often as we can.
Trying to do them on a Sunday. So we're both busy folk.
Well, yeah, we've got full-time jobs. We're doing 2 videos a week, and then doing the live streams just started wear on us, and we had to let something go. Unfortunately, it was the live streams, but hopefully we can get back in the groove and start getting some guests back as well at some point.
Yeah.
The problem is with guests is that you've got to commit. They got to commit. You got to be ready. Right now, we're kind of like, hey, you feel like doing a live stream tonight? Let's get her done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Although I will reach out to Brian Davis with Lost Spirits, see if he'll come on. So, because I think I'd like to ask him some questions about what he's done here, because I like it.
El Loco Coco is tuning in. I haven't seen El Loco Coco before.
I like his question too. Just got the Larceny barrel proof and really enjoying it tonight. I would like to try that barrel proof.
It's supposed to get the first part of March. It should come into our store.
Awesome. Yeah. I like their regular offering, and it was extremely affordable. I think we had it at Auburn for like $22, if I remember right.
Well, the regular, yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Not that I know we haven't seen the barrel proof yet, but that's why I'd like to try it.
Well, that's what Chris Beaton was just asking about, if we've gotten our hands on the barrel proof. Nope. First part of March, I think I was given March 3rd for a date, matter of fact, on it showing up here. So looking forward to that.
Definitely. Now, what are you sipping there, Scott?
The Long Row, last year or 2 years ago, I think, the Long Row Red 13-year Malbec finish.
There you go.
If I can get it.
Right. You got it in now. That's good.
It's like your shirt. It's blinding it, washing everything out.
Thank you. I got this in New York City about 5 days after 9/11. So.
And I'm going to scroll down. Let's see here. Oh, there's Wes Jolly tuning in. What's going on, Wes?
Bourbon
Barrel Strength Shootout and Barts Peated Challenge.
There you go.
There you go. Tom R's asking about, that's the Scarabus that he's asking about, the affordable sample that you liked as well.
Yeah. Love the Scarabus.
And it's only UK. You can't get it in the States, but I did just order a bottle online. I was ordering another bottle from whiskysite.nl in the Netherlands. They ship to the States.
Yeah.
And they've got the Scarabus for about $40, $45 US.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that range.
Because I went on there, and I was going to get 2 of them, but the cost of 2 of them was about what the shipping was going to cost me. I was like, what the God? Dang, I couldn't do it. And then Scott even gave me a hard time.
Yeah.
He's like, cheapskate, cheap.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I can't pay a bottle, basically $40 just to get a bottle. It's something wrong with it. And then I said, if you're buying something, because if you're getting like, big money, $180 bottle, throw in a Scarabus for $40 and I'll split the shipping with you. I'll buy it. I can't do it. I was like,
if you want a bottle that's only available in the UK, you bite the bullet, you pay for shipping, and you get the bottle.
What killed me, it's a $40 American NAS. I'm thinking that's affordable. Boom, $40 to ship it here. What? I'm like, dang it. Now it's an $80 bottle. Is it $80 good? I don't think it's $80 good, although I picked it out number 1 blind. It's good, and I like their bottle style. You know what that looks like they're doing? It looks like they're starting to try to step their game up to compete with Compass Box. Didn't you get that feeling?
Who? Oh, with the labeling?
Yeah.
Now, is it a blend or is it a single malt?
I believe it's a single malt, but the way they did that labeling, it almost looked like they hired that. I couldn't remember the cool company that does Stranger. Yeah, I was like, man, they stepped up their labeling art.
Which Richie Z is asking on the Blackadder, the black snake or the red snake? Which one? Which one did you keep? It was the better. It was the better of the two. Oh wait, I got the red snake.
Yeah, I got black snake.
Yeah, the black snake was a little bit better. I let Bart. I out of the kindness of my heart, I let Bart keep that one.
I put him in a headlock, and I'm like, "You ain't doing it. You ain't doing it."
Ouch! Right here, Doug Crisop. One of his stores had the larceny barrel proof, and it was $200. Yeah, that's I think $45 or $50 bottle is retail on that.
What are they trying to pull?
Yeah, you shouldn't be paying $200 for that. It's crazy.
Dang, some of the comments just flew by. Scarabus is good stuff, but Ardbeg 10 is better if the cost is the same for the folks in U.S. Yeah, Ardbeg 10's what, 50, 60, 60?
Yeah, 50, 55.
Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, well, I can't wait to try it, so. Christmas on Crestlines, what? For that on the barrel proof. There's that Dram Bam. Thank you, ma'am. Love that name.
See, I can go. Lots to talk about. Scott's whiskey behind him, but Bart's library is very nice too. We can zoom out here a little bit. I can do that view, and you get a few more bottles, just not quite as close.
Scott has better bottles. Scott is way more of a collector than I am. I like Scott's video. You can go watch a video where he actually gives you a tour of his shelves and the different bottles and how you section it off. I don't know. I thought if I did it, mine's much more like disorganized yet utilitarian. Yours is more like artsy.
You did crack me up the other night because I was editing the Bone Snapper Rye video.
Couldn't find it.
I didn't have a picture of the bottle, so I texted Bart and I said, "Hey, send me a picture of the Bone Snapper Rye."
First of all,
10 minutes, 15 minutes later, Bart texts back, "I can't find it."
I was already in bed, almost asleep, and I thought, damn it. And I thought, well, I know where my rye section is. Came down, and you know what's weird? It was in the rye section, but I couldn't find the damn thing. So, yeah, I went down the next day when I wasn't tired, and I was like, there it is. I went and even pulled up a screen image of it just to make sure I knew what I was looking for label-wise. And it was sitting kind of below my rye section, but it was in the general area. I should have found it.
I just put Whiskey Warrior asked, which is a great name, by the way, Whiskey Warrior. Why didn't we come up with that?
Well, you would have been more like whiskey. Well, I was going to say, no, I don't know.
Boom. But he wanted to know what site that was I ordered the Scarabus from. And Jason Maschendrum was asking also if you'd gotten a bottle. Whiskeysite.nl. I put it in the comments if y'all see it over there. Copy and paste. They're in the Netherlands. I ordered 2 bottles. Shipping is about $40 US, which isn't bad when you split it. When you order 1 bottle, it gets pretty tough. But
right.
Eric Brodemarkel picked up the ECBP and the double barrel based on the shootout. Impressed.
Good call.
Yep.
You cannot go wrong there. You'll be happy. You could stick with, well, you could probably narrow down to 5 and have those 2 in your 5 and you'd be good to go.
All right. Time for my next dram after the long row.
That's it. I'm going to stick. I'm trying to drink a little lighter.
A lot of comments coming in about the Blackadder, so I'll pour the Red Snake. And this wasn't in the peated challenge, but Blackadder is an independent bottler. They are smaller, but what they are doing, they are sourcing some fantastic whiskeys. Blackadder has Red Snake, Black Snake. They've got Pete Wheat. Let's see. I've got Pete Wheat Embers here from them, or Pete Reek Embers. That's another Blackadder.
Yep.
There's the Black Snake. Most of Blackadder's offerings, I believe, are peated. I think they have some or a few that aren't. but the majority
are.
And Eric, I'll look for the Maker's Cut Glen Rothus to try. DH Silv has bought every bottle of ECBP he's ever seen. That's 2 of them. Actually passed. I saw EC19 or EC. C919 I saw today for $90 and passed.
Dang, what?
Yeah.
90. It went up to 90?
Well, 80 to 90 is actually in our area now is the norm on it. Yeah. Bart, you don't go shopping. You don't know. You need to get out and do some shopping.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not a shopper.
If you find ECBP $50 to $60 range, you're doing pretty good anymore.
Jesus. See, and I wouldn't be able to keep up with your skills anyway because I couldn't remember it. I'd come in and tell you I saw it for $29.95. You'd be like, what? Where? And then you'd go there and you'd be like, it's $89.95, idiot. I'd be like, so sorry. So you're right. I don't go shopping.
Christmas on Crestline. Great comment here. Let's see. Where'd it go? Scrolling fast here. Whiskey Site has several Blackadder sample bottles that are fairly cheap. That would be a great way to try some, especially if you order another bottle from Whiskey Site. Now, I'll tell you what, Whiskey Site has about the cheapest prices on Irish whiskey as well. I've ordered Redbreast 21 year from them for $120.
Wow.
And they have some in stock right now. If anybody's going there, if you want Redbreast 21, you can get it from Whiskey Site. But you can get Scarabus from them. They've got some Bunnahabhain good bottles. They've got a lot of good bottles, but throw in some of them Blackadder sample bottles if they've got them.
Nice.
And we're talking about the C919. Jason the Mashing Drum, his review of A120 is dropping tomorrow. So C919 just showed up here. We won't see A120 till about May, probably. They're always a few months behind here.
Yeah, I know. Did you see DJ11? He got the C919. Its review is in the queue, but he got it for 54 plus tax. What is TW? Got it at TW.
Total Wine?
Oh. God, TW means Total Wine.
I'm just guessing. I would hazard a guess. Chris Beaton wishes he could find just one bottle of ECBP. He's never seen it in Canada. I do hear it's scarcer up there.
That's sad. That is sad. Come down and get one.
You know, if you can find the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof, that's good as well. That 1792 full proof, that's a good bottle. Stag Junior. I mean, the ECBPs, they all fared well in our blind challenge.
They did very, very well. This is good.
The Black Snake.
Yeah.
Now, what's it say on the label about it?
Yeah, so first of all, you got all the cool stuff here. Single malt Scotch whiskey, vat number 4, which they called the third venom. Bottled September 2017. This whiskey is from a vatting of casks of single malt whiskey. It has been finished in a Oloroso sherry cask, bottled without chill filtering. There is no added color. And, of course, they talk about it's a product of Scotland, and Blackadder International out of Glasgow. So that's what you get there. Happens to be bottle number, it's italics. It's either 13 or 73. I think it's 73 of 426.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the vatted one that they add to, and then they do a bottling. They keep some behind. They add new whiskey to it, so it's kind of always. I think that one's like the 4th or 5th batch, or the vat. That's what they call it. What'd you say? That's vat 4 or vat 5, I think.
Yep.
But
Because this is vat 3, I think, right? No, vat number 4, third venom. Vat number 4, third venom. So that's kind of different. But yeah, they flat out say on here, starts its life in a first fill ex bourbon. We then put 3 of them into a new sherry butts, and they leave it for about a year for further maturation before bottling 2/3 of each cask. And they call these casks vats, as they are kind of a mini Solera process, exactly what you were saying. And after each bottling, we add 2 more ex-bourbon casks, always of the same whiskey, and leaving for around a year before again bottling 2/3 of the vat. All future bottlings from each vatting of Black Snake all therefore contain some spirit that was in the previous expression from the sherry butt, from the time that the sherry butt was renewed. So, and then each time we bottle, we call it a venom, as in the poison, if you didn't know what venom was, from a snake's bite. The first bottling from each vat is called first venom, and then second, third. So this is the fourth or third venom from vat number 4. So there's oh my God, I looked up and you fell asleep.
holy shit. What happened?
I think that's cool.
Wow.
Sorry, you didn't want to know all that vatting.
That was a great story there.
I needed you to nudge me. When you're next to me, I can at least tell I'm losing you.
I thought about muting you and then just kind of going on and talking about something else. But I thought, well, maybe there's someone that really wants to know all that.
I thought that was pretty cool, that whole Solera method they're doing. Sorry.
I don't know. Ecasi? Is that how you pronounce that?
You should have muted you.
My question is plans for retirement, guys, when you settle down. Open a bar or hotel or brewery? None of the above.
Yeah, it's too much work.
Way too much work. We'll be working from home doing whiskey / YouTube stuff, hopefully, and making a little money at it.
Hey, you got to give Tammy a little cowbell love, and she's on your side.
Tammy Renicky, $2. Bart, my love, you need to stop now.
Sorry, Tammy. Test it. Give her a little love. Woo. God, that is good. Damn. I like that Black Snake a lot better than that Trey Van. I can tell you that. That was good.
Well, and their higher ABV is even this Red Snake is 59%.
Yeah, this is 6.3. Was that too long? Did I draw that out?
No, that was perfect right there. You got to the point and shut up.
Yeah. Look at all that verbiage I was reading on there. I don't know what I was thinking.
So there are different, even the Red Snake, there's different. This is Red Snake cask 48.
Nip. Too much.
Mark, Scotch 4 Dummies tuning in. Cowbell, baby. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, Doug Chriso. We should open up a hotel that's only a lobby.
That is true. That was fun. Call it just the lobby bar. We killed it.
Where I just missed it. Here we go. Spencer Mav totally didn't notice Scott was too busy listening to and watching Bart.
Thank you.
That was a thrill a second there, I bet. Probably confused that for a John Wick John Wick movie.
People tune in just to watch me read a label in dim lighting. That's what they're looking for. Small printing, long pauses. It's like Steve McQueen checking his ammunition as they're riding the stagecoach in what was that? Magnificent Seven, I think.
Sounds about right. Captain 3D says if that Trey Van came from Roy, it was probably the bottle that I bought at the distillery and delivered to him. That could be the sample. No, well, the sample that he sent, that's our bottle there we bought in Oklahoma. But the sample, he's saying the sample that Roy sent you in the blind tasting is probably from the bottle that he delivered from the distillery. Nice.
Thank you. Love being shared. Man, good. These comments are popping through.
Eric Evanson's, I could see you opening a classy whiskey bar. Although to be classy, Bart may have to be kept out or he will be yelling Schnell at everyone.
Schnell.
I've actually thought about that, and there's a place block and a half over. It was a sushi restaurant that closed down. And I even told Bart it'd be a perfect kind of a little lounge and studio and whiskey bar. But there's a lot of regulations, a lot of hoopla. You got to sell food.
Yep.
You got to have a certain percentage of your sales has to be food. So it would be great just to have a little whiskey bar and just have some nice lounge chairs in there. In the back, have a cigar section and film videos there, have our offices there.
I'm with you on that. Yeah, if we could have like a little tiny deal where you were just coming in and you could seat, 20.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be cool. But yeah, the whole food thing in order to get your licenses. Otherwise, you're classified as a saloon.
See, if we did that, it'd be like when it would be a breakfast and lunch bar. Because then we'd close down by 2 or 3 in the afternoon. We'd go home and get to bed early. So we'd be right back at it again. We're not staying up late.
Nope.
I am a John Wick fan. I'm just saying that somebody would not confuse Bart's reading of the label as being as action packed as a John Wick movie.
Yes, not as entertaining. Yeah, he likes the John Wick movies. Anytime you can turn gun handling and UFC style jujitsu into the same thing, he loves it.
They're good movies. Little far fetched, a little crazy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Actually, I like the first one. The second one was just a little bit too much. When you kill like 100 people within 5 minutes with all headshots, as you're moving, on the move, I don't know if that's ever been done, or it could be done. But it makes for a good movie.
Sure. Yeah, I did hear that they're doing another new. They're going to film a new Matrix.
They are filming it. Yep.
Yep. And I'm looking forward to that. I introduced Bo, the 13-year-old. We've been watching older movies, 80s, 90s movies. And boy, when he saw that, I told him some of the stuff. And man, when he, of course, the scene he loves is when they're going through the metal detectors. So.
Oh, yeah.
That's just unbelievable scene. So.
Randy Adams would fly down once a month to hang out with us if we opened up that bar. So
that would be awesome.
Mark Broda had a good idea too. He said, partner up with All Things Barbecue. They run the food. We run the whiskey.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be
cool. There's right there.
Sweet. John Wick rocks.
The only part I liked with part 3 was that when Halle Berry, when he teams up with Halle Berry and her dogs are biting everybody's freaking nuts off. That was a good part.
I don't think I've seen
that was fun to watch.
I don't think I've seen the third one.
Yeah, she had some ass-eating dogs, and they were just running around. Of course, Halle Berry and Keanu Reeves are blasting everybody. The dogs she's like, sick balls, and they're just running around, just they launch themselves, and it's pretty good.
Oh, geez. Oh, that's funny. Okay.
Whiskey Warrior says the new Matrix and Wick are releasing on the same day. They're going to call it National Keanu Day.
Yeah, they should. And then need to bring back like an aged Point Break. Would be perfect. Then they need to have like Speed 3. So
Eric Evanson, get out. Just get out. Stop
what
it.
did he say? What did he do? What?
Just stop it. Get out.
Oh, yeah. I like what Eric's saying. Mark could also host board game convention.
It's a whiskey bar. It's not a board game.
Come on. You could game at the same time. I got the title. The bar would be called Cardboard and Whiskey. Oh, Scotch and cardboard. I'd get their attention.
You know what the name of it is? That's what we talked about years ago. Do you remember?
Man, we did have some stuff. We were just driving around spitballing. See, this is why you're good. That was a great conversation. I remember the conversation. I do not remember the detail of the name.
The Bartos and the Brunos.
Ooh, Barto, Bruno. I do remember on the back of the bar there'd be a sign that said, what was it? Cops 50% off. What was the phrase? I had like a joke phrase or something. Can't remember it now. Cops, I don't know if we'd want cops drinking for 50% off, though. That'd get us in trouble.
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't want that. That'd turn ugly quick.
We'd be broke.
We'd have to charge cops more when they come in there.
That's
just
it.
to make sure they're on the up and up. Keep them legit.
Bartos and Brunos. That is good. It'd be like, what's with the toes? What are bar toes? That would have to be like a sandwich you could eat or some kind of little steak kebabs. Bar toes. Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Scott Slattery just tuning in. Scott's been around. He actually got us hooked up and had John Glazier on the show.
Yes, he did.
Scott for that. That was a while back.
Yeah. Scott's OG. I think he's been around since the first year, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, easily. Good. Dan E, he says he's talked about if we let cops in the bar, we'd be out of business quickly. Or maybe he's talking about if we didn't give them half off, we'd be out of business quickly. I don't know.
True. Yeah, we get shut down.
Eric, $2 killed my first Weller 107. Hopefully you got a decent price on that and that it wasn't going out of control like some are.
Yeah. Let's see. Eric Evanson has a good question. Yep, you just saw it there. Now that I know what those whiskeys were in the lineup, would you change your mind on the lineup rankings? No. I put them down just on the flavors on what I enjoyed. So I have zero problem with how I ranked them for flavor. The part that I was not thrilled with myself on was then that second envelope he gives. So when I rank them, it's totally blind. I have no idea what's going on at all. I just ranked them by flavor. That was cool. Where I feel like I dropped the ball was when he gave me the information of the bottles that were in play. So that changed everything. And Scott's probably right. I should have paused and then examined them much. I felt like I was under a time crunch and I'm not. And I wasn't. And I wished in retrospect, I wish I would have spent some time and really tried to line out which is which and why. And no cheating, no trying my own Abomination bottle or anything like that. That's the only thing I wish I would have done. I felt like I maybe rushed that part because Scott's right. I had all day. I could have sampled them easier, slower, just the one. Tried to do a little more reasoning because then I knew the bottles that were in play. And I kind of locked in on my flavor profile and didn't budge much. Although that whatever one I had at the end. Was it the long row I think I had at the end that had the Pinot Noir?
Yeah.
Yeah. That gave it a little funky something. And that's what I thought was the Abomination because it seems so weird and different. So, but that was it. And even then, I'm not upset. I like the flavor profiles. You know, so yeah, it was just when the Abom was in there. Even tasting it now, though, I dig it. So I'm at peace.
Yeah. And it's good. It's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any shame there. And like I said, when we reviewed it, I said this could be confused for a committee release Ardbeg. Even then, I was thinking Dark Cove. I was thinking Ardbeg, something along those lines when we were reviewing it. So, I mean, it's a good whiskey.
Yeah, it is good. So that was probably so no problem in the ranking at all. And I even said before I started, I like my Pete's Young. So
now I did the challenge. Richie is asking. I actually did it about a year and a half ago, probably, and I nominated Rob Whiskey in the Six when I was done. I forget who nominated you.
Oh yeah, who was it? Was it Drew from the Scotch Four Dummies?
Was it Drew from the Four Dummies that did that?
It was. Well, it was Four Dummies. I think it was Drew. Is he in? He's in, isn't he?
I did see the Scotch Four Dummies commenting, and then Mark was in here.
Yeah, I thought it was Drew. I know it was the Four Dummies.
Night, Eric Waite. Thanks for tuning in.
So, yeah, blind is hard, but blind is fun. I will always, continually test myself blind. I'm not too proud or get too embarrassed. Like I said, I was a little bit stunned, but
there's I think there's a lot of people are afraid of doing blinds. And I think we've pretty much from the get-go, years ago, the first one we did was the rye shootout blind.
Yeah. Yep. Chris said it is Drew, by the way.
Do what?
It was Drew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Blinds don't scare me at all. I would have liked to have done a little better. But
it's very if anything, it's very educational. Each one we've done, I've learned from and have been shocked by some of the stuff that advances or stuff that you favor blind when you take out all the preconceptions.
Yep. 100%. So,
with the barrel proof bourbon shootout, I never would have guessed Jack Daniel's single barrel proof would win that thing.
I agree.
Never would have thought.
I agree. Yeah. And the way it stood out head and shoulders, and with both of us, that's the other thing on the blinds. I think that's good with us running as a duo. Not that it's planned, but when we're both picking out the same one in 3 brackets to advance, that speaks volumes actually.
Yeah.
So, that really says a lot. And especially with, that's where we've got a nice refined process now. Because early on, folks were like, hey, you guys, you're influencing each other. Why don't you pour each other's blind? And we were like, that's brilliant. So because of the comments from the fans and the viewers, I think our blinds and our show's gotten better and better.
Yeah.
So.
All right, we're just a couple minutes shy, so let's wrap it up of our 1 hour mark. That's where we like to end these.
That's it. Scotch it, you Scotch gods.
If we keep going too long, Bart gets to rambling on sometimes, reading a label.
Oh my God! Yeah, you know what? I did not read the government warning on the label. I could have gone even further.
Slancha. Thanks everybody tuned in. Appreciate it. And thank you for the super chats.
See you later.
Next week, hopefully.
That's right. Should be good to go.